Hello everyone, welcome to ChessVisor, your wise choice to improve at chess. In today's video, I am going to show you the amazing chess tricks and traps for black from the Traxler Counter Attack. You can use these tricks and traps to attack white and crush him completely within 10 to 15 moves. So please watch this video till the end so that you will not miss any of these ideas and variations in your games. So I strongly recommend you to play in blitz and rapid games, so don't try this in a serious events. So without any further delay, let's get started. Let's flip the board for your better understanding. So we will be looking at these all these tricks and traps from the black's perspective only. So white starts the game with e4, black replies e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop to c4. We reached the most commonly played opening in king's pawn opening, that is called Italian opening. From here, black could continue with two different move orders like bishop to c5, Giocopiano, and the Giocopiano theory will continue. And we could try other move also like knight f6. And this is called a two knights defense, and occurrence of this opening is very high. Whether you are a beginner, you are an intermediate or advanced player, it doesn't matter because it is very common opening in all level. So after knight to f6, two knights defense, white will go for the knight's attack. That is called knight's attack, going with the knight g5. The idea is very simple. We are attacking, or white is attacking f7 for the second time. And white's idea is very simple. He wants to attack you immediately with these ideas. Here, common move to play is like pawn to d5, and then we can play even the Poloria defense. And there are several other side lanes also there from here on. But we are not going to play those familiar moves for white. Rather, we are going to play bishop to c5, and we are simply allowing him to take on f7. And with this bishop to c5 idea, we are trying to do immediate counter attack. So please remember, in chess it's always better to produce a counter attack for a threat than simply defending for it. So many white players will think that you are not understanding what's going on in this position. So as per his plan, definitely he will land on f7 and fork your rook and the queen. Now black can surprise white with bishop captures on f2, sacrificing his own bishop for a great counter attack. So white king has three responses for this. The first one is to accept the sacrifice. We are going to get into this main line today. If king is not accepting the sacrifice, he could play either king f1 or king e2. That will be covered in a separate video later. So after king captures f2, a knight captures e4 with a check, bringing the knight towards the center with a tempo. As you can see, white has many responses from here. So we will be checking each one of them. So let us start with the first one, the king e1, the home square. Now the threat on the queen and the rook has been renewed. So we must save the queen with queen h4 check. So here any king move will lead into a quick checkmates from here. Like if you play king f1, queen f2 is a very simple checkmate. Or if king takes the lift to e2, then it is a forcing checkmate in three moves, starting with queen f2 check, king d3, and knight c5 check. And he is running for a life, but he cannot escape this mating net. So king c3 and then queen d4 is a checkmate. So let's go back and understand what will happen after queen h4 check if black, or white plays g3. If g3 here, we can sacrifice the knight with the knight takes g3, threatening the rook and also setting up a nasty discovery. If white feels greedy, he would capture the rook in the corner and get checkmated in next few moves like this. Please note that we will be following the same mating pattern. Remember this mating pattern, it is very common in most of the variations we are going to cover today. So if not greedy, he will try to capture this knight. So after h takes g3, we can play queen takes the rook with a check. If king e2, we can check with the knight and win the queen. So white will block the check with the bishop. That is the logical thing. So after bishop f1, you can castle on the king side. So queen e2, knight to d4, queen to g2, trying to exchange the queens, and you can go for the exchange. After queen takes g2, bishop captures g2, knight takes c2 check, king d1. After knight takes a1, black is completely winning from here onwards. So before we continue the rest of the tricks and traps, please show your support by liking this video, and if you are new here, consider subscribing to the channel and press the bell icon for the instant notifications for the future videos. And for more tricks and traps, you can check the I button above and the description for the same. Let's go back and check the second king move, king e2. Now we can play knight d4 check. For this, white king has 4 responses. For both king e1 and king e3, we can play queen h4 check and queen h4 ideas respectively, and we will be following the same attacking ideas and the patterns we saw earlier. So let's check the other possibilities, that is king d3. If white plays king d3, we can land on f2 with the royal family fork. So let us check the last one, that is king f1. We can go queen f6 check here. White should give up the queen to stop the mating attack and delay the inevitable, and it is almost a game over for white here. As you witnessed that queen h4 move is a critical move in all these type of position, so don't forget the queen h4 move. Now let's check the third king move along the e file, king e3. We could play queen h4. In this position, the game is looking like that game is equal, but no one is going to play the precise moves from here onwards, especially when your king is already in the middle of the board. If white tries to grab this rook, we can checkmate the white king in next 4 moves. I think you can solve for yourself because we have seen the same mating pattern twice earlier. If not that, we could try pawn to g3. We can simply take that pawn with our knight. After h takes g3, we can play queen d4 check. After the king's response, we can castle and put the knight in an absolute pin. And here black is in a very good position to continue the attack. So let's check the fourth king move, that is king f1. Black can play queen h4, threatening mate in 1. White could try 3 queen moves here for the defense. Let's check them one by one. Queen f3 invites the other knight to jump into the center for the attack. And after this, queen e3, knight to c2, forking the queen and the rook. Before this, if he tries to attack our queen with the g3, we can give queen h3 check. Once the queen blocks the check, we can give queen f5 check. After that, king e1, knight takes e2 check, king d1, and then knight takes a1. And I think we should win the game from here onwards without any problem. So let's check the other variation. So queen to e2, and queen to e2 will be met with rook f8, and black is again better. And if not queen e2, then he can try queen e1. So queen e1, knight g3 check follows. Here whether white captures the knight with the queen or the pawn, we are going to capture the bishop with the check, and once king responds for the check, we can capture the knight, and I think we are again completely better, and black should win the game from here onwards. So if not accepting the knight sacrifice on g3, king must move to g1, leading to the following variation where black can have the clear winning advantage again. So with this, we will check the fifth king move, that is king f3. Now it's very easy to finish the white from here onwards because queen f6 check. If white is greedy, he will capture the free piece. After that, d5. If king takes the pawn, knight b4 check. If king c5, queen b6 is a checkmate. Or if king goes to e4, then queen f4 is checkmate. If instead of taking the pawn with the king, he could take with the bishop. So after d5, if bishop takes the pawn, then the torso will continue with queen f4 check, king d3, queen d4 check, king e2, queen takes d5, and then knight captures h8, and then bishop to g4 finally, and we are winning the queen and the game. I think with all of this move, we left with only one move to cover, that is king to g1. In fact, out of all these ideas, king g1 is the best try white can do. Here we are going to play queen h4 as usual, our signature move which threatens checkmate. White can again defend the mate with 3 options, so we will check them one by one. So if queen e2, we can bring the other knight with a knight to d4. If queen f1, we can save the rook and play rook f8. And if g3, we can simply take that pawn and then we can capture the bishop with the check, and in the end we can win back all our material, but with much better position to carry on our attack. So thanks a lot for watching this video till the end. So please show your support by thumbs up, and if you are new here, consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this, and don't forget to share among your chess circles and comment your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below. Check the fishing pole trap and chess tricks playlist, both are available on the screen right now.